Hey everybody, this is Richie. In this video I'm going to talk about 10 mods I've just done to my brand new 2023 Can-Am Ryker Rally Edition. Now, all these mods, I'm looking at my notes here, $767. So not crazy amount of money, but it's a nice assortment of stuff that's going to help with safety, driver comfort, and also performance. So I'm going to run through these and talk a little bit about them. And as you see, as I mentioned them, it's always important to shop around because some of these parts or items you can find cheaper elsewhere than the main like Sling Mods and the main kind of websites. So definitely shop around. So without further ado, I'm looking at my notes here. First one, the horn. Now, these come with little like Vespa tooty little horns. I want something a little bit safer, a little bit more deeper tone to it. So I got the Wolo loud horn. Now, although it's called loud horn, it's about 110 decibels. It's like a car horn and not super loud, but definitely an improvement over the stock. Now, this was super easy to install. It was just removing one bolt, putting the new horn in the existing bolt, and plugging in two clips. That was it. And I paid $14 for that. So again, it's one of those where look around. I looked in some Ryker parts places, and the same horn was like 20, 30 bucks. Amazon, $14. It does vary in price, obviously. They have a low or they have a high-pitched one. I went for the low one. So that was my first mod I did. Second one was the mirrors. Now, I tried aftermarket ones. Now, I don't have much real estate on my handlebars because I've got a lot of stuff going on here. And really get what you pay for. So the ones I got on Amazon, which went on the handlebars, like they weren't very good quality. They're like $16, and when I put them on, they just snapped. So I sent them back, and in the end, I just went for the convex mirrors, which I stuck on the existing one, 3 3/4 inch. Now, as you see, I like bobber bikes, and I've gone for the more bobber look, so I kind of have my mirrors up, kind of put them to the down position, and the convex mirror definitely makes a big difference. Now, Sling Mods, $40. I went to Advanced Auto Parts. They were $5 each, so about $10 and change. Save myself 30 bucks from Sling Mods, and exactly the same 3 3/4 inch mirrors, and just stick them right on, and they make a huge difference to field of view. Third one, storage box right here. This is the Can-Am box. I saw a video online. I can't remember exactly who it was, but the Can-Am ones, I think like $200-300. This was 50 bucks on Amazon. C-O-M-I-E, Can-Am, and it's big, so you fit your helmet in there, a lot of stuff, and just fits on the max mount. Seen the max mount for this, so it was 50 bucks, and I think for the price, it's pretty sturdy, and it just comes off. I can just unlock it. I can just take the box off, and if I don't want to carry it, I don't need to take it with me. But if I do want to carry stuff, then yeah, good little solution. And it also has a backrest attached as well. Next up, the parking brake lock. Now, some reason Can-Am in the US don't put this lock on. Other countries have the lock. We don't. So what it means basically is you can just take it out of parking, take the parking brake lock, disengage the parking brake, get my words together, and you just roll the thing away. So somebody could roll it down the hill into the back of a truck, wherever it might want to be. So this simple lock, again, I think I paid $13 for it. You even have the whole marked on the actual plastic. You just drill it with a step drill and just 2 bolts, and it goes right in. Now, obviously for the price, it's not the most secure thing. With a flathead screwdriver and some work, somebody could easily break it, but it's definitely a deterrence, and I think it's pretty vital to have it on there. So parking brake lock. Next up, the larger brake pedal, as you can see down there. So this was 30 bucks on Sling Mods, and just a little bit meatier. I just kind of like it better. So coming from motorcycles, 2-wheel motorcycles, I'm always very gentle on the back brake, because you got the front brake as well. Whereas with this, you don't have the front brake, it's all in one, the pedal. So you need to kind of push it down a little bit heavier. So like the bigger one, I think it's a little bit more safer as well. You can hit the brake easier, and it was an easy mod. Just 2 screws on the bottom with some thread lock, and that was it. Literally 2 minutes to install it. Now, one bonus thing, this isn't really a mod, but you can see the bright green on there. That's a disc brake lock I bought. It has an alarm, so if something messes with it, it goes off. It was like less than 20 bucks on Amazon. And again, just extra security. It got on the front wheel, and the lanyard there goes over it doesn't quite reach the handlebar, so I had it around the brake. So that's just to remind me. So you don't want to get on it and try to drive it down the street when you got the lock on the front, because you can damage your wheel, obviously. So it had various colors. I went with green, which is the brightest, because I think it's important to have, you know, catch your attention to it. You don't, again, like I mentioned, you don't want to drive down the street with that thing attached because it's going to be a bad day. So another useful thing to have. Also, you could probably use it to secure your helmet too, a lanyard, same lock. So you could probably put your helmet on here, wrap it around the frame and lock it up, and it'll probably secure your helmet as well. Next up, the jockey shifter. It's just ergonomically badly designed to have to reach all the way down to change it from reverse to forward. Not that you're changing gear much on these things, but the jockey shifter is just way easier to use. Just sit on the bike and just pull it down, forward or back. Super easy, more convenient, and I got an 8-ball. So my jockey shifter I got from the Monster Garage, or Garage, depending where you are in the world, and it was a lot cheaper than the Sling Mods one. I think it was about $50 cheaper. Sling Mods wanted $40 for an 8-ball. 8-balls knob shifter knob. I went to Amazon, $10. So that was one of my more expensive mods. I think the jockey shifter was $155 plus 10 for the 8-ball, so $165 total. Steering stabilizer. Heard a lot of things about links and sway bars. Steering stabilizer, really good reviews, and it seems to do a lot for handling of this thing. Now, this is my most expensive mod, and this came in at $210. Now, this is one of those where you definitely want to shop around. Now, you buy the brackets on Ryker Mods for, I think it's $159.99, and I bought the dampener or stabilizer, exactly the same one as on Sling Mods. I got it on Amazon, the 13-inch one, for $50. So it brings everything to $210. Now, if I was going to buy the pack together, it was $259.99. So you save $50 just from buying the dampener separate from the brackets. Well-made brackets, machine engine and engineered, and certainly makes a difference in the handling. So that's my most expensive mod. Next up, windscreen. This is the, I've heard people pronounce it many ways, Puig. So I'm a Dodgers fan who used to live in Los Angeles, and we used to have a player called Yasiel Puig, spelled the same way, so I'm pronounce it the Puig windscreen. Yeah, it's cheap for what you get, $105 from Amazon. Different colors, they have clear, they have a tinted one. This is the black one, which is the kind of really dark smoke. And for me, it's just a really good size for this bike. I think some of the bigger ones don't quite fit what I'm looking for, like at the sporty look. This is nice and low profile, pretty easy to install, just kind of so many different ways of doing it. You go online. As you can see here, this is how I installed mine, and it seems to work pretty well. And added feature is you can't open the glove box here at the front, or the frunk, as people call them, because it's in the way. So it's kind of extra security. So the thing is, if you just rotate the wheels to the side, like lock them to the left or the right, it opens absolutely perfectly. So you just got to literally just move these to the side, and you open it's no problem at all. But with the wheels facing forward, you can't open it. It's in the way. So there we go. So I think it looks cool. I think for the price, it's really good. Now, just be aware that a few people have complained with some aftermarket ones. If you park these things out in the sun all day, it could reflect off and burn some of the plastic here on the front. I always have a cover on my bike, so it's not really an issue, but just something to be watch out for. Another one, LED lights. Now, stock lights aren't very good. They're very yellowy. And for Sling Mods, for $65, I got the set. And relatively easy to put in. The right side was easy, the left side is a little bit more tricky because there's more in there, so it's harder to get your hand in, and there's more wires, so it's less space to work with. But for me, it's night and day. You got a nice bright white light compared to yellow. Another good safety thing, and for $65, I think it's a good deal. And finally, we've got the quad lock for the phone. Now, there's various different ones out there. For me, quad lock I think is the best one. They've sold hundreds of thousands of these things. It's very secure, and I think it's pretty vital to get dampener for vibrations, because you see on motorcycles or Can-Ams, they vibrate a lot, and if you don't have that dampener, it could damage your camera on your phone or damage your phone. Whereas paid extra $18 for dampener, it takes away all those vibrations. So really easy to put in. Now with the case, I have an iPhone 15 Pro, so my case, a mounting bracket, and a dampener, it was $105. So not cheap, but it's a well-made part. And yeah, you can either have your phone portrait or landscape. You can just turn it around pretty easily, and has like a quick release as well, but very secure. So that is really it, rushing through those mods. That's what I've done. All of that came to $767. So a lot of stuff, a lot of improvements on the bike for not much money. I think it's a pretty good by shopping around, I got some pretty good deals. Now, future-wise, I think there's really 3 things I might consider. I'm going to think maybe an aftermarket exhaust, even though I've got this one on. I can't even pronounce it, but I got the aftermarket one being a rally edition, but I want something a little bit deeper. So I'm probably going to end up with an RLS stealth exhaust. Probably, we'll see. I'm going to ride a little bit more first, but that might be that's about $350, so $389, I think. So exhaust, might do an exhaust upgrade just purely for the sound. I just like a deeper kind of raspy, kind of growly kind of sound to it. That was one thing I was thinking about. Might put some sway bars in, not sway bars, sorry, the end links. These are plastic ones, which are okay. Might put the metal ones in. There's various types online. Amazon have them for like $45. Ryker Mods have them for 110. There's this Baja Ron, I think, is like $69.99. They're all essentially the same thing, just different prices. So that's another one. And the final one, it's not really a mod, but I'm not sure exactly how. I like the white wheels. I don't hate them, but I think going forward, they're all black. I think the wheels might look better black. So rather than buying aftermarket wheels, which are quite expensive, I think I'm just going to powder coat each of these wheels at a local place, get a powder coated satin black, which I might do. So again, I'm going to ride a little bit more first, and then, but later in summer, I might go ahead and powder coat those 3 wheels. Midwest, people telling me $50. Here, I live in Virginia. I call 4 different shops, and I'm getting prices between $150 to $185 per wheel to powder coat them. So you could just plastic dip them for like $5, but I think, you know, spending all this money on this bike, I think I want them properly and professionally. A custom motorcycle store, and have them, like I said, satin black would be pretty sharp, I think, with this kind of look on this bike. So there we go. That's the run through of my mods. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Brand new channel. Please hit the subscribe button. I look to grow it with more content. And yeah, I'll catch you next time.